Good morning. We're gonna wake you up. Y'all awake? Okay, even if you're not, we're gonna wake you up. 2, ready? 2, 3, rather be. I would wait for you forever, exalted in the scene. As long as I am with you, my heart continues to beat. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switched up the batteries. If you give me a chance, I will take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing all of your heart, you can chain me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. Last forever, so nothing is incomplete. Easy being with you, sacred simplicity. As long as we're together, there's no place I'd rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switched up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing all of your heart, you can't chain me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. dark, but I'll make it. Knowing all of your heart, you can shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. Yay! Good morning. All right, we're gonna still keep you going. You ready? And wave away my yesterday, 'cause I'm leaving it behind me. Hello, sunshine, come with me. Something new inside of me. I hear the birds singing, now my alarm's singing. Get up, hey. It's a good morning, wake up to a brand new day. I'm stepping, 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 stepping on my way. You give me strength, give me just what I need. And I can feel the hope that's rising in me. A good morning, a good morning. Slow down, breathe in, don't move ahead. I'm living in this moment. I got my arms raised, unfazed, jump out of bed. Gotta get this party going. I went to bed screaming, you woke me up singing. Get up, hey, say it. It's a good morning, wake up to a brand new day.
This morning,
I'm stepping, 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 stepping on my way.
good morning.
Give me strength, give me just what I need. I can feel the hope that's rising in me.
Good morning. Good morning.
Now I'm smiling and I'm kissing all my worries goodbye. You got a feeling if I spread my wings I might even fly. You are my truth, my way. You give me strength to say get up, hey. It's a good morning, a good morning, morning. And you can hear me just what I need. A good morning, wake up to a brand new day.
This morning,
Stepping, 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 stepping on my way.
good morning.
Give me strength, give me just what I need. But I can feel the hope that's rising in me. A good morning, a good morning, good morning. Good morning.
So we here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Cahuilla, the Gabrielino Tongva, the Kizh, and the Luiseno peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So good morning, Riverside. I am Jeffrey Ryan. I am the senior minister here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where? Love lives here, absolutely. So it is great to see all of you joining us here in the sanctuary this morning and all of our folks joining us online. So good morning to Scott Luttrell. Good morning, Jesse. Good morning, John and Lupe Marie. Good morning to Mom and Dad. And a special shout out and a special good morning to Anita Nace. This morning, we dedicate our service to Frank Nace, Anita's husband, who made his transition on Wednesday. Frank was a longtime member here at the center, and I'll be sharing more with you about Frank a little bit later this morning. But we do dedicate this service in his memory and in his honor and in his love. So we presence him here with us this morning as we celebrate together, as we thrive together here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. So, let's thrive. All right, let's do it. Here we go. You want to stand up and
We're going to
dance
come
some
together,
more?
you guys.
That's great. Up to you.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Just lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, every walk of life, every creed and color, and kinship we unite. Yes, in honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Just lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. Oh, in the name of love, we come together. Come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Good morning. I am Tamara Ralston, one of your licensed practitioners here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I will be available after service for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room located in the lobby. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart. We would love to pray with you, and we absolutely know that prayer works. Now please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
Loving Spirit, dwell in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender and let it be. Loving me love, may I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender and let it be. Loving Spirit, dwell in me now and evermore. Now and evermore.
I invite you to be still and close your eyes if you are comfortable, or take a gentle focus. Please join me in the awareness of the presence of God, the soul of the universe, the universal creative mind. The ever-present reality of life is God, the source of all creation. God is the spiritual life force, the infinite oneness, unconditional love, unlimited wisdom, the ever-present knowingness of good, order, freedom, balance, harmony, joy, unbound abundance, and peace beyond measure is God. In the divine mind of God is the law of circulation, the give and the take of the universe, the flow and the balance of all good. As I speak these words for myself, I speak these words for each and every person present, for all those online, for all our local community and all others beyond, that we are united as one in the mind of God. I claim and affirm that the divine source of love, wisdom, order, freedom, balance, harmony, joy, and abundance, and peace is our life right now. Accepting the ebb and the flow of life with its highs and its lows, its times of melancholy and its times of bliss, is the law of circulation, bringing all good back around. My heart is filled with gratitude for our Riverside Thrive band. I am also grateful for our technical team and all the volunteers who help support our loving spiritual center. I bless you all. I also bless and am blessed by our wonderful Reverend Jeff, who is filled with the divine presence and speaks truth to our awaiting awareness. I speak these words out into the universe, and they return to us in kind, and so it is.
You got to be the light if you want to see the light. You got to be the light if you want to see the light. Because you reap what you sow, need what you know, see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. You've got to be the love if you want to see the love. If you want to see the love, because you reap what you sow, need what you know, see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to Don't tell me what your life is desert. Somebody gonna quench your thirst. You can dance, you can pray for the water, but you better get your head straight first. You got to be the light if you wanna see the light. You got to be the light if you wanna see the light. Because you reap what you sow, need what you know, see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. You've got to give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Yeah.
All right, good morning, everybody. So let's do our focus statement this morning. We're talking about give and take. So let's do it with some G's this morning. G's. All right, so what are some of the G's we're going to say our focus statement with today? Gusto. Great. Gratitude. Generosity. What? Goofy. Gooey goodness. Glow. Grace. Gradual. All right. So, are we ready? We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Wonderful. Good job. Good job. So this year here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, we are working with the theme of Live Your Best Life. And we are currently in our fall series of Thriving. Correct? Yes? Sounds good? All right. So today we are talking about give and take. So I have a question for you, my loves. Why does a pond have scum on it? Because there's no flow. All right. A pond has scum because there's no flow. Why doesn't a lake have scum on it? Because there's flow. There's an inlet and there's an outlet, right? Same with a river, same with an ocean, same with the sea, right? Whereas a pond, because you don't call it lake scum, you call it pond scum, right? Right? Because a pond itself is a body of water that water has collected, and there is no inlet or outlet to it, right? So therefore it's stagnant, and because it's stagnant, then it becomes mosquito infested and gross and grody and gooey and slimy and all that kind of stuff, right? Yes? Right, okay. So, another question for you. If you were to tie a rubber band around your finger, maybe like you did when you were kids, like just twist it and twist it and twist it and twist it and twist it, what happens to the tip of your finger? It turns red, it turns blue, it turns purple, blood stops flowing to it, and if blood stops flowing to it, what happens? Eventually it dies. Eventually it's going to fall off and die. Right? Again, why? There's no flow. There's no circulation, right? So a natural law then would say that there is a law of circulation. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So if there is a law of circulation and there is a law of flowing, and if we contract or we constrict the flow or we stop the flow or no flow is happening, then there is stagnation, which then leads to disease, and if it stays that way, could then ultimately lead to death. I had other phrases going through my head, and none of those were appropriate, so I just let it be. Anyway, croak, expire, whatever, right? That leads to death, right? If there's no circulation happening, right? If there's no flow happening. So the law of circulation then requires that there be giving and there be receiving. Is that correct? You have to give, and then you also receive, and then you give, and you receive. That there's this circulation, there's a circulatory pattern happening of giving and receiving, right? And so if you refuse to give, what happens? The cycle breaks, and you don't receive, right? If you refuse to receive, on the other hand, what happens? Same thing. The cycle breaks because there's nothing to catch it, nothing to receive. So if we are wanting something, but we have fists closed and hands tight, can we receive anything? No, right? That we don't have the capacity to receive anything. If our vessel is a thimble, we're only going to receive a thimble's worth of water or a thimble's worth of nutrition or what have you. However, if we have a giant jacuzzi or an Olympic-sized swimming pool compared to the thimble, which has more capacity to receive, right? The swimming pool, right? Okay, just checking. Unless, there's an alternate universe where it's not that way, right? So the swimming pool, right, has the larger capacity to receive. So I want you to ask yourself now this question: do I come to a well with a thimble, or do I come to the well with an Olympic-sized swimming pool or something even larger? Or am I coming to a well, the ever-flowing font of spirit, right? Or am I coming to that with something in between those two? Probably. All right. So it's really up to you what you're bringing, which vessel you're bringing. Yes? All right. So then, next question for you: how much are you giving? Not just money, but also your time and your talent, your skill set, your love, your generosity, your kindness, your friendship. How much are you giving? Just like they were singing a moment ago, right? If you want to be the light, you got to see the light, right? You reap what you sow. Give some of that good thing if you want to receive, right? If you want to receive, then you have to give, right? It just can't be take. We have to give. We have to start that flow. We have to engage in that flow of circulation, because if we don't give, then we stagnate. And that which we wish to experience, we must be willing to give. So if you want to experience more money, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to give more. If you want to experience more love, what are you going to have to do? Give love. If you want to experience joy, what are you going to have to do? Give joy. If you want to experience friendship, what are you going to have to do? Right? Be a friend. Give friendship, right? If you want a relationship in your life, what are you going to have to do? What's that? Get on Match.com. There you go. Or first have a relationship with yourself. Or get on Match.com. Exactly. I remember this was years ago, long before I met my dear husband, Eddie, long before this. And I was sitting in an apartment in Seattle, a 500 square foot apartment in Seattle, and it was a secure building, right? And so I was just sitting there waiting for Mr. Right to show up. Well, how's Mr. Right ever going to get in the building? Let alone, know where I live, and let alone get in the building, because I'd have to buzz him in. It's not like he's just going to knock on my door, right? And Eddie didn't even know I was in Seattle at the time. So, there's that too, right? So what did I do? I had to get out of the mindset. I had to get out of that comfort zone, that sitting there, and take action and go out and meet people. And I did speed dating. That was weird. But I got out, and I met folks. I met friends. It was cool, right? So just sitting there, sitting in my apartment, longing and wishing and hoping and praying, right, on my meditation cushion, right, wasn't going to get me out there to meet anybody. I was in my own way. I was blocking the flow of love coming to me. I was in my own way. I was contracted. I was stopping the flow. So I got out there, scary as it was. Did Match.com. There you go. That didn't work out so well either. But I was still out there, right? And then I met Eddie at church. Oh, everybody, oh, there you go. Yeah, see? And in class, actually. So that proves that our classes are life-changing, right? So we met in Essential Earnest, actually, in Essential Earnest home. So it just proves that our classes are life-changing. So you have to get out there. You have to be willing to move. You have to be willing to take action. You have to be willing to be in the flow. You have to be willing to give in order to receive. Because if you're not giving, you aren't going to be receiving. Right? Affluence comes from the word affluere, meaning to flow to. So, if we have affluence, if we are experiencing affluence, we are experiencing flow to something, right? We are experiencing flow. Currency comes from the Latin currere, which in Spanish is correr, right? Which means to run. So currency is running, currency is flowing. We talk about currency as electric currents as well, right? Electric currency as well, meaning that electricity is flowing. So if we think of currency as dollars or money, that is another form of energy that is simply flowing, is it not? Right? So if we all of a sudden look at the state of the world, or we look at the state of our bank account, or we look at the state of the paycheck, or the quote, quote, fixed income, which is a whole other mindset, right? If we look at that and we see limitation, what are we seeing? We're seeing lack. What are we experiencing? If we decide, oh no, I need to hold on, what then are we going to experience? No flow, right? It's going to be harder for the good of the universe, the good, to come in if we are holding on to what we've got. And there's biblical story after biblical story that I'm not going to bore you with today about that. You can go look it up. You know what they are. Most of you were raised in some kind of Christian background of the parable of the talents. To whom much is given, much is expected, right? And to whom that has more will have more, and to whom that has less, even that which they have is taken away, right? It's all about consciousness, right? Yes? So we're talking about the flow. We're talking about being in the flow. This summer, Eddie and I went to the Redwoods. We went up to the coast, and we went to the trees of mystery. As Ed would say it every single time, the trees of mystery, right? And it's a park that has all these giant redwoods at it. And the giant redwoods produce the smallest cones and produce the smallest seeds of all the trees, yet they are the largest tree. So think about this seed for a minute, this tiny itty-bitty seed. It's not much larger than the head of a pin. Pin, not pen. Pin, okay? It's not much larger than the head of a pin. And if you just hold that seed and just hold it and love on it in your little hands, right? What's going to happen with that seed? Nothing, right? Because we're just holding the seed, or we have it in a little seed packet. We're just holding on to it. We're not doing anything with the seed. And if we're not doing anything with the seed doesn't have the right environment in which to grow. It's just kind of sitting there in your hand or sitting there in a little plastic bag or what have you, right? So the seed, inside the seed is infinite possibilities. Inside the seed is infinite potentiality, which is what we were talking about last week. Inside that seed, one of those seeds are thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of redwoods locked right inside that one little seed. Amazing, isn't it? And if we plant the seed in fertile ground, and the seed is nurtured, and it gets the sunlight, and it gets the water that it needs, and it gets the nutrients from the soil that it needs, what happens? It grows, it flowers, it blossoms, it grows, and eventually it grows into this big, magnificent tree. But along the way, it's also creating its own cones. It's creating more seeds, and those seeds land, and they take root, and they begin growing as well, right? So just the one seed has within it huge forests. But if we don't plant the seed, the forest never grows. The forest can't grow if we're unwilling to let go of that one little seed and trust that it has within it the infinite intelligence, the infinite possibility. It has everything it needs to know, and it shares that with the soil that it's in. It gives itself into the soil so that the soil also understands, so that there's this symbiotic relationship with it, and together it grows and multiplies and multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. So what seeds are you currently holding on to? What seeds in your life are you like, I'm just going to keep this seed packet here for, maybe next spring, or maybe the spring after that? What seed packet, what seeds are you holding on to? What seeds have you not planted yet? And why haven't you planted them? What do they say? The best day to plant a tree is 50 years ago. The second best day to plant a tree is today, right? So you have to take action. We have to give in order to be able to receive. And so when we are thinking about this giving, when we are thinking about planting these seeds, if anything has value, when it is given, then it multiplies. But if something is given and it doesn't have any value, then guess what? It doesn't multiply. Because it is the energy behind it, it is the life force behind it that is giving it the energy to grow and to multiply. So if we think about this in terms of financial giving, right? If you are putting money in the plate, or you are sending money electronically, or you're texting us, right? And you're like, oh, God, here he goes again. Shoot. All right. Here. There. I did it. Okay? Right? What kind of energy does that have behind that kind of giving to your community, to our community? If you're just like, oh, God, all right, just shut up, Jeff. All right, here's $5. Go. Shut up. Leave me alone. Right? What kind of energy does that have? It's a negative energy. It's a grudging. It's like it's from lack. It's like, right? And so is that $5 going to multiply for you? No. Is that $5 going to multiply for us? No. Because it's like, it's got the, right? It's got pond scum. There we go. Thank you, Dinah. It has pond scum on it. Right on. Somebody's keeping me on track. There's pond scum on it, right? I mean, yeah, sure, we can take it, we can spend it, but is it going to multiply? No, it's not going to multiply, right? It can't multiply because there's no energy, there's no love behind it, there's no joy behind it, because joy and love are life-sustaining and life-giving, whereas something done out of obligation, guilt, grudge, resentment, any of that does not carry life energy. And so it cannot and will not multiply. It just won't do that. So as much as we talk about participating in the law of circulation, and as much as we talk about co-creation, the co-creation can only happen Things can only be multiplied if they're given freely, if they're given generously, if they're given with love, if they're given with joy. Because if those things are missing, then it's like it's falling on non-fertile ground. It can't, the seed itself can't take root. It can't. There's no way for it to take root because we've kind of poisoned the soil, right? So it is our intention behind, and it is a joyful intention behind. So when we give, that's why when we get to that part of the service and I ask you to hold what you're choosing to give over your heart space and give it a silent blessing, I'm inviting you to imbue that which you're choosing to give with all the love, all the joy, all the generosity that you can possibly put into this gift and give it freely. That's why we say, I give freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed because we are all beneficiaries of the love, of the joy, of the passion that we are sharing. And how are we doing it? We're using this form of energy, that's all currency is a form of life energy, a form of love energy. We are using that form of energy to share with our beloved community. Because the best way for you to get what you want is to give what you want. The best way for you to receive, the best way for you to amplify, the best way for you to receive even more is to give, right? And to make sure that not only are you getting what you want, but you're also helping make sure that others get what they want, others get what they need. Remember, 5 years. It's not Reverend Jeffrey's community. It's not my community. This is whose community? Our community, right? This is our community. I'm part of this community, but I'm not the only one. This is our community. This is all of us coming together as a whole. There's something I want to share with you that I don't know has been very clear for a lot of folks. And that is, here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we are what is referred to as a congregational model. A congregational model means that the congregation, the centers themselves, each individual center is self-sustaining. It has to be self-sustaining. We are not what would be referred to as a diocesan model, like the Catholic Church or many of the mainline Christian churches, where there's the home church that gives to all the individual churches. That's not the way Centers for Spiritual Living works. Centers for Spiritual Living is a congregational church, which means, or a congregational system, which means that our community, us, our center, our community is 100% responsible for us, our community, right? And so a few weeks ago, I asked you, what is the value? What is your why? What is your passion? Then I asked you how you can contribute and what you can contribute and how you can give to making sure that our community is here for each other, so that our community is here for Martha and Joe, is here for our beloveds online, and is here for each one of you. Yeah? It's our community. We get to give. And then what is the benefit? We also receive. We also get to be in community with one another. We get to love each other up. Daryl gets to come through the door and give me a hug, and I get a hug from Daryl. And in that, there is this exchange, right? There's a giving and receiving. Hugs are the best way to give and receive because you can't give one without getting one, right? Hugs are amazing. So I want to tell you about Frank. Frank has been with this community for well over 30 years, probably closer to 40. And Frank Nace, served on what was at one time the board of directors or the board of trustees and then became the core council multiple times. I mean, multiple times. And each term is a 3-year term. And somebody might have to step away or what have you, and he'd just step right back in. Even if he was off, he would just step right back in and serve out their term so that the functioning of the center could continue. He served as chair of membership, making sure that the members were tended to, making sure that people knew that they had a place to be, knew they had a place to belong. He served on the ushers and greeters team. I can't tell you how many people have written me this week saying that, I used to love walking through the door, and Frank was there, and Frank would say hi and welcome and greet me and just love me up, right? He was there, out in the lobby. He was in charge of buildings and grounds. The picture that we posted this week, it said handyman on his tag, right? That he did his voluntary service, that he was in service to this community, making sure that the building was taken care of, making sure things were happening. The metal railing around Johnson Hall is Frank's responsibility. Our rain cross up above came from the company that Frank had until he sold it when he retired. But still, his legacy is in that rain cross above. The fountain behind me came from Frank. Frank's fingerprints are all over this community. And not only did he serve with his time and his talent, but he served with his treasure as well. So even though in the past 3 or 4 years, Frank hasn't been able to attend the center physically because of health, his presence is still felt. And even though he could not participate physically, he made sure that this place was here for all of us through his generosity. Never once did his tithing go down. Never once did his financial gifts falter. He's been contributing and contributing and contributing because he also understood the law of circulation, the law of giving, but he also understood that in that giving and creating this community, he was receiving so much more than what he could even possibly give to this community with everything that he gave. Now, I don't know yet, it hasn't been decided yet when Frank's celebration of life will be, but I do encourage you to attend and to give thanks for this beloved man who so generously gave and gave and gave and gave freely, gave from that place of joy, gave from that place of love, gave from that place unselfishly, without expecting anything in return. And I know that his life and Anita's life and the life of this community have all been richly blessed and magnified by the gifts that he so generously shared. And what I also know, beloveds, is that this community is richly blessed by each one of you here, whether it be physically present or online. Each one of you contributes your gifts. Each one of you contributes your time. Each one of you contributes your talent. Each one of you contributes your financial gifts as well, your treasure as well. Each one of you is giving, not with an expectation of, okay, Jeff did a good job today and the band sounded really good. I think I'll write a little bit bigger check today. That's not what it's about. We give, each one of us, me included, we give to this community because we love this community. We love one another. We want to be in community with one another. We want to make sure that this community continues to thrive as a community so that we may continue to do great work out into the world and beyond. We're not so selfish as to just keep it all here, right? Part of the big thing when we were talking about the why was we like to get out and we like to be involved in the larger community. That's why we come together. We like to be in service. That's so important. That's part of the giving. And as we give, we then receive, and it is multiplied and multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. So this week, your invitation for some of you, your assignment for others of you, whichever resonates with you people, right, is to get into a greater flow of giving. You can't outgive God. You can't outgive God because your essential essence is what? What is your essential essence? What is your essential nature? God, Spirit, right? Your essential essence is pure potentiality. Your essential essence is infinite possibility. And we have the opportunity to co-create with Spirit by taking action, by giving. So your assignment or your invitation this week is to give something to every person you interact with. To every person you come in contact with, give something. Anything. Now, it doesn't mean like you're handing out dollar bills or handing out Benjamins. I mean, I'll take it. Shoot. All right. But it doesn't mean that you're doing that to everybody you see, right? It doesn't mean that necessarily. It could, right? A smile. A kind word. Compassion. A silent prayer. Love. Smizing. With your eyes. But give something. Give something to every person you come in contact with this week. And watch and observe how you step into the affluence of life. You step into the abundance of life. Watch how in that giving, more is added. And you receive and participate in that law of circulation, that law of give and take. And so it is. So I invite our practitioners and our core council members to please stand and surround the sanctuary. Yes, that includes the two of you. And Poppy and Julie, because we know that dogs are actually one of the best practitioners there can ever be. They don't tell your secrets. They show people where the jewels are hidden, but as long as you give them a treat, but you know. All right, so we have Poppy and Julie holding high watch there as well. All right, so let's breathe in and take a nice deep breath. And let it flow. This is the very nature of life itself. It is the very nature of love. It's the very nature of spirit, the very nature of the universe. This flow, this ease that is so evidenced by our breath. We take no thought for it. It simply breathes us. It is breathing in and out. Inhale, exhale, heart beating. Boom, 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 boom. In constant flow with the universe, in constant harmony with the cosmos. It is not being withheld. There is no withholding. Spirit is not withholding and saying, you only get a little bit of air. And if you don't, and then somebody else will only get a little bit of air. No, there's enough air for all. And so we breathe it in, knowing that we are not taking anything away from anybody else. When we breathe, we're not taking away air from somebody else. Spirit is forever providing, forever giving. This is the ever givingness of Spirit. This is love. This is unconditional love. In a simple breath, in a simple heartbeat. Proof of the law of circulation. Proof of the law of life. Proof of the law of cause and effect. And the law itself is Spirit at work as well. The law is the action and activity of Spirit. So there is love and there is law. And each one of us is one with that, inseparable from it, inseparable from the law of circulation, inseparable from the law of life, inseparable from the law of cause and effect, inseparable from Spirit itself, because Spirit is all that there is. There is nothing else but this one life, this one love, this one power. Therefore, that is who and what each one of us is as well. Each one of us is this divine essential essence, this divine pure potentiality, this divine infinite possibilities, and we have been given form, we are made manifest to take action, to be the action and activity of Spirit on earth. Through our hands, through our lives, we express greater love, greater joy, greater life itself, moving and knowing itself in greater and more magnificent ways. It is through our giving that we receive, and it is through our receiving that we give, and we continue to live in peace, in harmony, in joy. And so we do so with great gratitude. We do so, and gratitude, it amplifies, it magnifies, it multiplies the good when we do so with gratitude. And so I release this word now, knowing it is done, knowing it is so. I let it be, and so it is.
If you want more love, give love. If you want more joy, give joy. If you want more peace, give peace. If you want more, give. If you want more money, give money. If you want more time, give time. If you want more friends, be a friend. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, there's no struggle. It's a simple fact. If you want to see change, be the change. If you want to know truth, tell your truth. If you want to be grateful, give thanks. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. If you want more money, give money. If you want more time, give time. If you want more peace, give peace. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. If you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, there's no struggle. It's a simple fact. You want to see change, the change. If you want to be truth, give the truth. If you want more gratitude, give thanks. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. One more time. If you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, there's no struggle. It's a simple fact. It's just a simple fact. It's just a simple fact, Jack. If you want more love, give love. If you want more joy, you got to give joy. If you want more peace, you got to give peace. If you want more,
So I invite you to take out that which you're choosing to give, that which you're choosing to contribute this morning, and hold that over your heart space. And receiving on behalf of the congregation this morning are Cindy Lambert and Leslie Rockstad. Collecting for the congregation, and receiving for the congregation on behalf of the congregation is practitioner Tamara Ralston. Come on up. Okay. All right. So, one of the easiest ways to give, one of the easiest ways to contribute is via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858. Type in the amount you're choosing to contribute, and then hit send. It is just like texting a friend, because that is exactly what you're doing. You're texting your friends and family. You're sharing your love with your family here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Another way to give or to contribute is via our website. Go into the upper right-hand corner of riversidecsl.org and click on the word contribute, and you can contribute there. Or if you prefer to do it the analog way, you can always contribute by putting something in the baskets here, or mail it to us. That works too. Mail, UPS works great as well. So place that which you're choosing to contribute over your heart space. Give it some love, some yummy juiciness, some gooey goodness. Feel it. All right. So let's say this affirmation together. I give and receive freely and generously. With an open heart and an open mind, the universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. Yay. All right. So I just want to make sure that we give a shout out. Good morning to Joanne. Good morning to Debbie. Good morning to Greg and Ray. Good morning to Linda McDermott. All right. Good. Good morning, everybody. So great to have you with us as well. All right. So a few announcements before we head across the hall for snackies. I'm ready for snackies. All right. So the first thing is today we have our sound bath at 3 p.m. in Johnson Hall. Ray is facilitating that along with Kayla Castillo. And so we encourage you to go have a bite for lunch and then come back, okay, at 3 o'clock. And then come back and enjoy. It is a gift that you can give yourself. Let me tell you, Ray gives this from his heart. Kayla gives this from her heart. And it is such a beautiful experience that you can give yourself, and it's so wonderful to receive this beautiful sound bath. So I highly encourage you to come and receive this gift that's so generously offered by Ray. All right, then we have our Furry Friends food drive that is happening all month. So every Sunday, go ahead and bring in canned or dried pet food. There's some out in the lobby as well. Poppy doesn't need any more food or treats, but you can love on Poppy later. Poppy gets enough treats, so but be sure and bring those in. Then next week, got that? When? Next week. Okay. Special service time at 11 a.m. due to the Mission Inn run. So we will start next week at 11 a.m. Next week only. We'll see, but next week only. So you will want to come up Brockton and cross the race route at 3rd. They'll let you get across there. But all of the racers should be past that point anyway. And if you have a problem, put a hex on their house. No, I'm kidding. Kidding! You won't have a problem. We had problems in the past couple years, but you won't have a problem this year. So make sure you know that. Then also next week is our community update. And actually, I want to change this. I want to call this a community conversation. So next week at 12:30, we will have a community update, but it's going to be a little bit different format. I need coffee, I need sugar. It'll be a little bit different format in that it's going to be a community conversation. The Core Council and I will be sharing some pertinent information with you, and then we're going to have a conversation together. Okay? Sound good? Because whose community is this? Ours. That's right. So we need to converse with one another, communicate with one another. So that's the community update. All right. So I invite you to stand and let's say this affirmation together. All right. So I'm going to read it first because it's a little bit longer. So, today I give something to everyone I come in contact with. All right, here we go. Today I give something to everyone I come in contact with. Absolutely. So, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward. Because love lives here. Let's sing it.
Oh, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, share it, receive it. And I move it forward because love lives here. Love lives here.
Something wonderful is happening in me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, I share it, receive it, and I move it forward because love lives here. Oh, with me now, love lives here. Yeah, love lives here. Have a great Sunday. We love y'all. Go have some snackies. When the world gets you down and you're feeling lonely,
Love lives here.
Where love
Love
lives.
lives here.
Life gets you down, you can't see the future when it all seems too much for you to handle. There are many here who gathered together. Oh,
Unconditionally